Hi, Gina. So you got, thank you for letting me know that you got the rescheduling there. Can you hear me all right? Good, good. Okay. So we'll give it another minute or so to see if anybody else got that, and then we'll get moving. Okay. In the meanwhile, I'll just check to see if my charts are refreshed. Just move down time frame, back up one. And do that as well. Okay. So yeah, so change time frames and then click the refresh button as well, just to ensure that the charts are truly refreshed and that all the information has been forced through and processed again. Yeah. So it may take a minute or two to do all that, but always worthwhile. So hope you all had a good weekend. Okay. Okay, finally click that. So we've refreshed all that. Let's just do that to the H4 as well. Okay, so everything's refreshed. Let's see, anybody else? Okay. Okay, so Bob's here. All right. We just assumed that everybody else couldn't make it, or they didn't realize I rescheduled till Tuesday. Okay, so either of you two got an entry or something that's happening right now that we could look at, apart from what's happening at the moment. Yeah, we've got a couple of vertical blue lines. Okay, so we do the fulcrum, check to go and see whether, well, we can't check this one here because we haven't got the alert for it. We've still got 24 seconds. You can check that one, but as you can see, no shading in window 4. We need to have green shading windows 3 and 4. Dotted yellow or green center line with the orange line below, current low, and we need a vertical line marking a special candle. Okay, so we haven't quite got that, have we? Now we've just got, whoops, got rid of that too quickly. We do have another vertical line alert. Okay, the dotted, we do have orange below, dotted yellow, current low. We do have a vertical blue vertical line marking a special candle. We just don't have shading in window 4. Okay, doesn't mean there wasn't a movement up there. It just means that we haven't got a confirmed vertical line. So we don't have basically a special candle that we can mark our trade management lines. Okay, trade management lines requires a confirmed blue vertical line. Okay, but as we can see, price will move up and down. So it's got outside the river. Once you get to the other side, it's doing that. It just means that at this stage we don't have a confirmed blue vertical line, giving us a framework so we can actually have set identified minimum profit targets. Really over here, all we've got is the opposite riverbank, that they would like to get to, nothing confirmed. Okay, so price here is certainly looking like it's starting to present some sort of push upwards, because we're starting to see an appearance of a vertical blue line and the M15. Okay, whereas we're starting to go and see green shading in window 3. Okay, good. Green in window 5. Okay, price it's in the buy zone, or opened in the buy zone, and there's a current diamond outside, current low diamond outside below the pink riverbank. Okay. Now, one of the other things that I would like to draw your attention to that may also help to get you prepared for a trade that could be coming. Yeah. So what could that be? Well, we do talk about when the blue crosses above or below the white line in window 1, that's something, a early indicator the price might like to go down. Okay, obviously, so it needs to be in the sell zone, and then needs the orange line to come above there. Okay, so if the orange line's above the river center line, price is in the sell zone, and we have a few of the visual information that price in this point would like to get down, and we get a cross like that. Okay, so this is the candle after. We can actually see the blue cross below the white. Okay, we do have an orange. Yeah, okay. All this says it certainly has the potential. Okay, so what that does is if it's crossing and indicating that it now is ready to go down and get to the other side of the river, go below, would suggest that we should be seeing something in that 5 minute. Yeah, and this is what we're actually seeing in the 5 minutes. Okay, and you can see over here, there's where the blue cross below the white, blue cross below the orange, and they're all above the pink center line. They're in the buy zone, in the sell zone. Yeah. So, and this is how the multi-chart can alert us very early on in the piece that we're in a position very soon to be okay. No worries, Tui, if you can't hear me, that's fine. Okay, so I'll just remove that. Okay, sorry, I haven't quite finished with that one yet. So let's go back in. Okay, let's put this line back here, yeah? Now we went down, let's have a look at the M30, okay? Okay, so here's the M30 there. And because the M30 is not quite double, like not quite triple, 3 to 1 or whatever. Like a 5-minute chart is 1/3 of the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart is 1/4 of a 1-hour chart. Yeah. So M30 is sort of a midway one. So it's quite close to the M15, and you can see in the 30 we've got a cross blue below white. Yeah. Prices in the sell zone. Yeah, sure, we can still see in the 30-minute we've got a green center line, but we do have the orange line there. So certainly it's supportive that there's a lot of things present and would support a lower time frame opportunity if it presented. Okay, so this is how there's confluence or agreement where things, as they progress in a trade, you actually do see it in multiple time frames. Okay, so whoops, let me just make that a bit bigger. Okay, so that's the point. And there, and then on the 5-minute, okay, and at that same time, pink in window 3, in the 30-minute, pink window 3 and a 15, very supportive of that M5 opportunity for a down trade. All right. The other things worthy of note is window 5 is also quite supportive. Okay, here I'm marking the alert the alert that you would have, that comes with yep, remember when window 5, the candle after where you get a yellow histogram, comes an alert to say, stop going up, this retracement finder. Yep. Okay, so, and this yellow histogram would have started appearing as that candle began. Okay, so once again, if we go through what the histogram would have looked like in the M15, notice that there was a histogram in the M15, and the alert would have come to candle after. Yeah. And then we'll drop down to the 5, and you can see pretty much when these alerts come, it doesn't only tell you about the current time frame chart that it's in, but also if it's happening in the 30, we should actually be able to see it. And here you can see that same vertical line beginning at the 30-minute. On the 5-minute, it's already had the yellow histogram, the alert, and 2 candles in here. Okay. And once again, we can see that the blue went early, confirmation that price may be on its way down, and it's outside the river, etc. Yeah. Okay, so, and this is how a multi-chart can actually guide you into strong positions early on in the piece and give you the confidence that everything's setting it up, price action setting up to give you a trade that is supported by information processed by other time frame charts. Yep. Okay, so in this same period, look at that. Okay, a 1 hour, blue cross below white. Let's have a look. So even before the blue cross white, you can see that the blue already bent and started pointing down. Yeah. So here's on the hour. Okay, notice this is what was happening. The candle after the histogram and then 30. Okay, so for the blue line to cross below the white in the hour, that means the information the 1 hour is getting that it's achieved a high, current high, and then now it's ready to move in the opposite direction. Whether it's a trend change or just a counter trend, what it's saying is I need to go back to the other side of the riverbank, or at least to the center line, yeah, to get back to average. And that, okay, so once again, you can see by the time you get across of the blue line below the white in the 1 hour, we're quite well into our trade on the 15 and our 5. Okay. So really, when a trade comes, there shouldn't be any surprises. All the information leading up to it is already there. Okay. So, and here we can see that by the time the white line crossed below, the blue crossed below the white in the 1 hour, the trade has already progressed, and you already had information from the 15 and 30 with regards to that. Yeah. So, okay. So let's just put this back to the 30 to the hour. And do that. Okay. So that's where we get to the. Okay. So over here, once again, price is moving down, and the Fibonacci indicator said there was a breakout. Yeah. Okay. So price here, we can see that there's a blue arrow still left, but so obviously in between there was a jumping diamond. Yeah. And at that point, price already achieved the 161 level. It went up to the Green River Bank, came back down, went below the 200 because it didn't achieve it previously. And there we have it jumping down to the 261, yeah? So once again, when you have this multi-chart screen, you can see how orange above pink center line. Yep. White coming and crossing below the blue, crossing below the white, crossing below orange, the white crossing below the orange line, etc. You know, when that all happening in the sell zone, it wants to get the other side of the river. Yeah. And yeah, and then we just pretty much look to what its target was. So this morning, just the beginning of the day, okay, price to the jumping diamond, yep, from the previous day, a low, it hit the support band, okay, and this was about, let's have a look at it, that was at 9:30, there was news at 11:30, monetary news, red news, yeah, so it's setting itself up for the news, yeah, so it found itself a low, and what's this? This is 11:30 here, so when the news happened, okay, so we expect that to move at about 25 pips, okay, so where did it get to? So we know it didn't spike up and do it straight away, but over the course of the afternoon, It's achieved that slowly, yeah. 20. And then at that stage, when the news happened and there's red news and we expect it to go 25 plus, we look up and what do we see? There's a resistance band, riverbank, channel line. So where do you think price is going to go? And where is it? When it happened, price is coming off a current low, diamond outside the river, bouncing off the port, news coming, had to go 25 plus, where it's going to go. Had to go up. So chart tells you profit target is going to be above you. You look up here and you can see all your minimum targets where price would like to get based on the red news that was occurring. And you can see went up to the 236, 382, and here it's sitting channel line, and just above that point 382. Okay, so but once it gets back there, let's come back down, and once again we don't impatiently, we still need our information to give us our timing. Yeah, over here we've still got the orange line above the center line, suggesting that there's still a little bit of downward movement. Okay, so doesn't mean there isn't a trade, there isn't one quite yet. Yeah, so okay, so over here what do we see? Okay, so since that low, the price does want to move up at some stage. It still needs to go down as much as it needs to go up. Okay, so we've got a pink center line. Price has gone outside. What's its minimum desire? You know, it really wants to get back to average. Okay, so its aim from this low point was really the river center line, wasn't it? And you can see where it touched. It just spiked through the pink center line and went back to a level. So there's always something on the chart over here. Okay. So once again, there's never a need for us to actually rush into a trade because we've got more than enough information. What we can see is from here, once we get back to the river center line, how many pips is that? Just over 8 pips. Okay. 5 minutes. This is the same low, 8 pips. So once we get to the other riverbank, okay. And what is it doing? Yeah, it's doing that. Okay. We haven't got a confirmed line, but what the chart is doing and what the price action is doing, it's going back to the pink center line of the 15, and we can see it happening in the 5. Yeah. So the 5 minute is not really arguing with the 15, is it? It's just doing what the 15 says it needs to do. So, and that's how we can piece our story. Okay. So the 5 minute does all the up and down to facilitate and support the movements in the higher time frames, like chess pieces moving on a chessboard. Okay, so everything has its place. All right, so and when price is ready to go and do a movement downwards, we've already gone through earlier on in this webinar. You can see the high of the 30, the high of the 1 hour, the high of the 15, and the 5, and you can see in each case, each chart supported. The 30-minute when the white cross below the, the blue cross below the white, Okay, over here in the 1 hour, although straight after that high diamond, it didn't quite cross. It was in the act of crossing. It did point down. Over here in the 15, cross down. So basically at that stage, they're all doing the same thing. And that's where, when they're all charts have the, or majority of the charts already have got their blue cross below the white, the 15 and 5 are already doing it, yeah? Which suggests that you're going to get something more than 5 pips, yeah? So 17 pips, so, you know, really we're a 5-minute chart, our default or average, you know, we'd like to get 10 pips here. So when that's all happening, this is what we expect to see. Okay. Any questions? Everybody's pretty quiet. Okay. So once again, it's just, you know, we're still doing the live market. It's just nothing we could do with those, with these two blue lines, yeah? At this stage. It's not a new indicator, and just tuning. I'm using it to tune. Yeah. So okay, so yeah. So price action or charts and that. So these blue lines are early responders. Okay, suggesting that there's a little bit of upward movement, enough to go and cause a blue line to cross, but because they never got confirmed, and that's why a confirmed vertical line for a buy, a blue, once it's confirmed, tells us it has to get a diamond, yeah, and we can have confidence in that. So it's not confirmed, so we don't get any confirmation. This can turn into a jumping low diamond, yeah, it can jump lower. Okay, so that's the importance of confirmed vertical lines. It actually means that it's confirmed. There's actually a look and a process, and there's a destination, you know, that we expect to actually happen. We don't have confirmation. We don't have any proof, yeah, strong proof that it must do something. Confirmed line means it must. There are exceptions where it may not, but the probability is in the high 90s, yeah. So okay, so once again, really it's much the same in the other time frames. So looking based on what we saw in Aussie, we can go through the same information under pound Aussie, yeah. So here we can see blue cross below white just after a current high diamond, yeah. So that was 4-7, that's 11 o'clock. The 30 minutes, blue cross below white. Okay, 8:30, so I must have an alert coming, so that's why the screen's froze for me. Okay, there we have it back. Okay, just expand it a little bit so we can see whether. Okay, so blue cross below white there. That was 11:30. Okay. And blue below white, 11 o'clock and 15. Okay. So once again, when there is a significant move about to happen, where really in every time frame after 11 o'clock, price was where it needed to be, and all our significant lines in window one are basically saying it or about to say it. Yep. Yep. So, and yeah. Okay. But it's not really even just it's where this blue crossed below the white in the 1 hour. If you look below window 5, you already had a yellow histogram below 0, an alert there. So window 5 is usually very supportive of that blue line crossing below the white. Yep, over here. Whoops. Okay, so this is the way each chart shows its support of what price action wants to do. Yeah. So it's if we take the time to have a quick look, it doesn't take long. We can see how the story links up and the information that's being processed, which is that just that means there's a lot of sell orders coming, it's being processed every second, and those seconds we've just boxed them up in 5-minute boxes of information, 15-minute candles of information, etc. Okay, but if it's going down, doesn't matter what time frame it is, it's going to know that it's going down. Okay, and this is how it displays on our chart. Yeah, we'll get it in window 1, and we'll get it in window 5. Okay, they're generally very quick. Okay, our windows 3, probably the next one as in speed, and then our window 4. Okay, so any questions about what you saw, what you've seen tonight? Okay, so once again, it's about relationships between the different time frame charts, and once again, the relationships with these lines when they cross above or below, and they always go in a sequence, don't they? Okay, so it doesn't just bang happen straight off. Yeah. So once again, yeah. So over here, you can see the blue and white line have remained above the orange. Okay, and then when the orange crossed above, at this stage, we're starting to see a lot more parts coming through. Window 5 kind of there, onto pink. And before that, we had a yellow histogram below. You can see it white cross below, yeah? Okay, so we've just seen it get its diamond. Yep. So, okay. Well, I know maybe it's a reasonable amount of information in there, but now we're getting into some of the details that will assist you in just being so confident and be able to see a trade a long way off before it happens, and how to select the trades to allow you to do the least amount of work with the least amount of risk and stress, and give you the opportunity to extend your profit. Okay, so I'll say good night, and I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you're able to take advantage of information that the charts present to you and how it processes it for you. Okay. Have a great week, and it's back to Monday next week. I just had to go to dinner for my son's birthday yesterday, so thank you and good night. Thank you all.